Hello and welcome to the Metpack Pod, the industry's leading podcast for the global metal packaging industry. The Metpack Pod is brought to you by the Metal Packager, the number one digital resource for the global metal packaging market. With over 7,000 monthly users in over 150 countries globally, be sure to check us out on metalpackager.com. Today we welcome Damian Pollok, Head of Product and Application at Koenig Bauer Metal Print. During this mini podcast episode, we look ahead to Metpack and what the industry can look forward to in terms of new innovations from Koenig Bauer. But before we begin the episode, we must give special mention to our sponsors PPG. We're proud to partner with you and thank you for supporting the Metpack Pod this past year. Their range of innovative and sustainable solutions enables its customers to protect and beautify the world. Now on to today's show. Good afternoon, Damian. It's lovely to see you. I know it's been 3 or 4 years since we last saw each other, and plenty has changed during that period. So yeah, looking forward to catching up on this podcast.
Yeah, hi Alex. Thanks for having me. And yeah, it's been a long time, but it's good that things are getting back to normal, and that we'll see each other again in a couple of weeks in Essen.
Absolutely, yeah. Metpack. It's been 6 years since the last show, so I know the industry is really looking forward to connecting again, and there seems like there's lots of interesting developments, not least with Koenig & Bauer, which we can get into shortly. So I think that's probably the best place to start is, if you can perhaps provide a bit of a brief overview of what we can look forward to from Koenig & Bauer at Metpack.
Yeah, so first thing is that we will have fresh coffee, cold beer, and snacks in our booth. So we got the basics covered. And what we also will have in our booth is a showcase of our new Metal Star 4, which we launched 2 years ago. So this will be the first time on a trade show that there will be a Metal Star 4. And also we have something very new, which we are really proud of, and this is the Venturi sheet guiding, which will have an exhibit there as well. So the basic idea is that sheets are not transported on belts, but on an air cushion. So it's actually pretty new. We have customers using it as a field test for quite some time, and the feedback was really, really good. So we are very proud that we will have a transportation system on the Metpack to show to the industry what's new out there.
Yeah, you mentioned the Metal Star 4. Obviously, this has very much been a flagship product for you guys. So if you, for those that are perhaps not quite up to speed with the Metal Star, if you could provide a bit of context for the history involved, and then also perhaps how the Metal Star 4 differs. And I assume there's lots of new innovations that bring in some exciting new developments to the metal decorated market.
Sure thing. Metal Star's on the market since decades, and since then it is more or less the high performance metal decorating machine that you can get out of the market. If you're sheet decorating companies, then you will look at a Metal Star 3 and a Metal Star 4. So for the Metal Star 3, predecessor of the Metal Star 4, we sold 80 Metal Stars and 400 printing units, which makes us extremely proud to have this big number of machines out there. And what it gave to us was a big customer community where we could take feedback. So the goal for the Metal Star 4 was not necessary to build everything new from scratch, because we knew we had a good basis, just to take really the customer feedback and make the machine better where maybe it was not strong enough. So one of the biggest improvements that we have compared to the Metal Star 3 and to the Metal Star 2 is that we redesigned the feeder and added a lot of new options to enhance production stability. So just as one example, what we did is that we will now have the complete air control and format control of the feeder on a touchscreen where you can set it up and save the data. So in case another colleague from you, another ship is running the same material 1 or 2 freaks after, they can load the settings and then be able to directly start, because the settings that they were good to go 2 weeks ago. So maybe you have to make some details, but the basic add start is good, so you can directly start with a print run. And also mechanical wise, we have new sensors, new flaps, new air supply. So really so in a nutshell, the feeder is basically the part where most of the innovation and most of the new features happen.
Excellent. And has this been formally commercialized yet, or is this very much in the planning stage, developmental stage, or is it has it hit the marketplace for can makers yet?
No, it hit the marketplace. We have 2 machines in operation since many months, one even longer than 1 year. We have 6 more machines being commissioned. within this year and beginning of next year. So the product is commercially available. We have machines worldwide being in production as we speak. So everything that I tell you right now is really available right now.
Excellent. And at Metpack as well, will you have some video demonstrations and some, I assume you'll have some of your guys on hand who can give potential customers a bit of an overview and a rundown of a demonstration as well?
Yeah, we have, as said, 2 printing decks at the Metpack. You can walk on the print decks. You can have a look inside the printing units. We can show you all the details from the gear tray and everything. We have also our camera system, the metal control closed loop color system installed off the machine, so we can explain this as well. And we got a lot of pictures, videos, animations, and whatever you want to see as well at the booth at Metpack. So we got plenty of information stuff covered.
Excellent stuff. So yeah, you guys will certainly be busy, no doubt. And just wanted to pick up on one thing you mentioned. Reading the press release material prior to the call, I know you mentioned about that you guys have got numerous digital solutions with regards to the Metal Star 4. I mean, is this really the theme for Koenig & Bauer moving forward? Do you see the shift towards digital printing and the increased digitization within the industry? Do you see this as a theme running through the industry in terms of overall trends in the metal decorating industry?
Yeah, sure thing. Digital printing is not now, but will become a big part of metal decorating. I mean, we see it in other industries. If you go to paper packaging industry, or also to others, to label printing, digital printing is wider spread than in metal decorating. Then the thing with metal decorating is, for printing, it's basically the same. So you can take a digital printer for paper and put it on a metal decorating machine. But this is where a lot of companies struggle with, is the handling of the sheet and understanding of the whole process, because printing on metal decorating is just one part. But we have the pre-coat, we have the printing, we have the overprint varnish, we have the inside coating, whatever it is. So the process is much more complex. And this is why just take a digital printer from paper, put it in metal decorating is a little bit challenging. So, and yeah, we took another step for our digital printing approach. And we did this, or we are doing this right now with the company Durst from Austria. So we teamed up with them. We have a joint venture. Koenig Bauer has a joint venture with Durst. And we are taking their expertise in printing, our expertise in handling metal sheets, understanding the process. And this is a combination where I'm pretty confident is that we get a good solution for the market and for the metal decorators.
We interrupt this episode for a brief segment from our sponsors, PPG.
Packaging coatings from PPG draw on our company's 140-year history of innovation. We never stop improving our solutions to meet the evolving needs of can makers and the marketplace. That spirit of innovation results in technology like the cradle-to-cradle platinum-rated PPG Innovel Pro. PPG Innovel Pro is the latest enhancement to the world's #1 non-BPA beverage can coating. It still doesn't use any bisphenol ingredients, but experienced can makers report that it now sprays like an epoxy. Follow PPG Packaging Coatings on LinkedIn or visit packagingcoatings.com to learn more about why PPG is the coatings partner for can making excellence.
When I've previously visited Koenig & Bauer in Stuttgart, I think it's one of those things where you guys are involved in so many different industries as well. So you bring that knowledge of printing in general and digital printing in general to the metal packaging industry. So perhaps for our audience, if you can give a little bit of context about Koenig & Bauer in general, so you're not just within the metal packaging can making sector, and you cover a wide variety of industry sectors such as printing money, don't you, and various other industries too.
Yeah, so basically everything that you see which is printed can be printed by Koenig & Bauer equipment. Koenig & Bauer is the biggest printing machine manufacturer in the world, and we have a wide range of what we can print of. We can print paper, plastics, metal, obviously, but also glass containers, money, credit cards, and so on. So really, basically everything what you see, what is printed, can be printed by any kind of by some kind of Koenig & Bauer machines. And especially in the last 2 years, we also implemented a new digital business unit to our Koenig & Bauer family, and they're taking care of all the digitalization related topics within Koenig Bauer. Just an example, to have analytic tools in cloud systems that you can interconnect machines from different plants and so on. So there's a lot of knowledge, a lot of different applications within Koenig Bauer. And we as Koenig Bauer Metal Print, we are in the good position that we can benefit from all the different knowledges that we have. So this is really a good position for us to be in.
I know, reading your corporate goals, you certainly digitization is a huge issue for you guys, but like others, sustainability is a particularly pertinent subject. So I assume this is something that you'll be promoting at the show as well, about how you're trying to attempt to become more efficient when it comes to the environment.
Yeah, especially sustainability for metal decorating is a big topic, because the gas price increases in the last years hit metal decorators hard. Our customers expected answers from us, and we will have some new products and developments on the Metpack to show them. One example is that we will launch our Metal Cure LED drawers for printing for the Metal Stock 4 and for the Mylander. Also, we release our first real digital product called Visu Energy X, and it's an energy management system. So simply speaking, it's a piece of software which follows 3 steps: measure, visualize, realize. So the first thing is measure. This software can measure the energy consumption of any line you have in your shop floor. You can do that by just taking 1 or 2 power meters that we recommend to you, install it on your line. It doesn't need to have to be a Koenig Bauer line or a new line, whatever you have on your shop floor, and connect them to the Visu Energy X. What the software is then doing is giving you all the graphs, statistics, analytics to see where your energy consumption is happening, what time, how much, what energy is used, and so on and so on. And by seeing this, you can then decide what to do to increase your energy efficiency. And if you really want to go full distance, we have partnered up with an energy consulting agency, which then can be took to a consultancy, and they go deep down and see where you have potentials for saving energy, utilizing energy more efficient, or whatever else. So this is really, I guess, a nice tool for all metal decorators out there. We have it installed in packaging industries at various customer sites with very, very good results. And this is why we decided to take this to the metal decorators as well, because energy is a big part for metal decorators.
Absolutely. And I think that's a theme that we'll see throughout Metpack in a couple of weeks' time. The industry has had explosive growth, particularly in the toothpiece beverage can market. And although there still is growth potential out there, I think things are slowing a little. And I think the efficiency savings will be as the growth slows. It'll be about where the industry can save money. So I think this is going to be certainly a pertinent subject about potential savings, and it sounds like Koenig Bauer are hitting the brief there. So just my final question: I know reading your corporate strategy, modularity is an important subject there. So if you can perhaps just conclude with this final part of the puzzle, so to speak, about what Koenig Bauer are showcasing at Metpack.
And for modularity, as I said, Koenig Bauer is a big group. We are printing on nearly every substrate. And what we are doing right now to build a new meshing platform throughout all the business units. So this will give us the big benefit that we can adapt solutions from other areas more quickly and decrease the time to market that we have. Because right now, our time to market in new developments is not at a stage where we can be happy about that. So we need to be better on that. And this modularity will help us to accelerate the development processes and give new solutions to the market much earlier. So this is, in a nutshell, what is behind the topic modularity.
So Damian, yeah, thanks very much for taking the time to speak with us. It sounds like Koenig Bauer have got a lot of exciting opportunities for the industry, and I would just encourage listeners of ours to check you out, which I believe you're in Hall 3. Isn't that the case?
Yeah, right. We're in Hall 3.
Excellent stuff. And that is stand B39. So, yeah, it'll be a great opportunity for our listeners to visit you there. So thanks very much for taking the time. And yes, great to chat as always, Damian.
Take care, Alex. See you in Essen. Looking forward.
Likewise.